Going Up the Mountain with Gorillaz, and a couple of other short notes on this sonic obsession. Hi folks, I'm John Wooden. Right over there is Steve McLeod. We are back after a little bit of a break. Mr. McLeod was gallivanting around Portugal. You had a good time? You didn't like the hills too much in Lisbon, though.
It was a little hilly in Lisbon for me, but I mean, the wine in Portugal is so
delicious,
cheap,
isn't it?
and it is excellent wine, no matter whatever bottle you pick up. For €2 or less, even.
Yeah, I know. And the food over there was delicious too. Yeah. We went to the Douro Valley when we were there, and I fell asleep on the way back to Porto because I had too much to eat and a little bit too much to drink that afternoon. But it was a lot of fun.
It was much warmer there than it is here, and this has been just a terrible winter.
Yeah, the winter's winding down. We're coming to you from Halifax, by the way. Did you catch any fado music when you were there?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I ate a lot of those pastel de nata,
natties,
whatever they're called.
Oh, they're delicious too, yeah. Anyway, today on this Sonic Obsession, we want to talk about Mountain, the new album by Gorillaz, Damon Albarn and friends. But first, before we get there, a huge shout out to Rush and Rush's new drummer. They were on the Juno Awards a week or so ago, which is the Canadian Music Awards, if you're not familiar with the Junos. And they introduced the drummer that they brought in to play Neil Peart's, take Neil Peart's role in the band, Anoushka Niles. We did a show about her a while ago because I had met her in London a couple of years ago and was thrilled to see that she had teamed up with Alex Lifeson and Geddy Lee with Rush. Anyway, everybody was introduced to her on the Juno show. And she blew me away. She was locked in. She was amazing. She really was.
Yeah, and it caught everybody by surprise. Nobody knew they were going to play at the opening.
Yeah, they said something, I think, a couple of days before they had announced that there was going to be a surprise or something. So I kind of figured that's what it was. But they did the first song from the first Rush album, which, by the way, is kind of interesting because Neil Peart didn't even play on that album.
That's right.
That was John Rutsey, I believe, was the drummer at the time.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're touring this summer and into the fall, and she is just an amazing drummer, and she was just locked in, and I was mesmerized, and so was my wife, Mary, because she just nailed it.
I was blown away by Alex Lifeson's guitar playing.
I know, that's another thing.
He hasn't diminished an iota, I don't think.
Oh, I don't think so either.
His guitar playing in that song was amazing.
Yeah. Anyway, and another shout out, I was at Taz Records in Halifax a week or two ago, and standing up front talking to the folks that work there. One of my favorite hangouts, and yours too, in Halifax. And anyway, this guy turned around and he said, "John?" I said, "Yeah." And anyway, his name is Curtis, and he recognized my voice from the show, and he is a regular viewer of our programs.
So he's
YouTube.
The one.
Okay.
Thank you, Curtis.
Thank you very much, Curtis. And thanks very much for speaking up. I'm glad you really did. We had a nice little chat, and I know, and I know Steve does, we appreciate you watching the program, and he had some nice words to say, and it was really nice spending a few minutes talking to you. I just wanted to do a shout out to Curtis.
On to Gorillaz.
On to Gorillaz, the latest album by the band.
The Mountain, which is their 9th studio album.
And that is, did we figure that out?
Yes.
That's Hindi.
For mountain.
A mountain in Hindi.
And it, of course, the Gorillaz is a collaboration between Damon Albarn of Blur fame and many other things, but also Jamie Hewlett, his art, which is just fantastic.
Some of the videos that go with that have been posted are just incredible.
Yeah, I'm going to post a link to the video that goes with one of the songs on this album. It's 9 minutes long. It's more or less homage to '60s animation of Disney, like
Yeah.
the Jungle Book and that sort of thing.
Well, that's what it reminded me of, was
Yeah.
the Jungle Book. And I've seen a lot of comments online, people saying just the same thing.
So Gorillaz, in case you don't know, is this amazing collaboration between Albarn, who does the music, and Hewlett, who does the art and animation. And it started in 1998 as a kind of a foray away from Blur for
Yeah.
Damon Albarn. And it was meant as a sort of a lark and a one-off almost. But it took off and became even bigger than what Blur ever was during the heights of Britpop.
Yeah, I think actually Gorillaz is bigger in North America than Blur.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
without a doubt, and around the world, really.
Yeah.
Because they incorporate pop and rock and rap music, world beat, Arabic music, Middle Eastern music, even a little punk. And it's an amazingly wonderful mishmash of all kinds of sounds that Albarn has put together, and which raises the question in our mind we were talking about: is this guy as close as you can get to a musical genius in modern pop music?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hate throwing around the word genius, but boy, you look at his resume. He's been involved in something like 40 albums. That's counting Gorillaz, it's counting Blur, it's counting The Good, The Bad, and The Queen. What was it? Rocket Moon and the Juice, I think was the name of that band.
I think
with
so. With Flea.
Flea and Tony Allen.
Yeah.
He's written operas. He's done almost everything there is to do with music, and well, solo work as well. Actually, he's done a couple solo albums, and he does it well. That's the other thing.
He has a great gift for melody.
Yes.
Which runs through all of the Gorillaz albums. Like, I got to say, I was a little hesitant to begin listening to Gorillaz because I heard rap, and I mean, look at us. We're not the greatest.
No, we're not. We're not into rap.
We're not into rap music at all. And I thought, is this going to turn me off their music? Because I saw, early videos of Gorillaz, like the video for Clint Eastwood, the song that was their first hit off of their first album, and I really loved it. And there is a rap section in that, but like everything else that Albarn does, he doesn't go to the well too often with stuff.
Yeah.
They're never a focal point of most of their songs,
and it's this blend that he comes up with. And it's just incredible. And I mean, I'm not a huge rap fan either, but the way that he does it, it's in there. It's a taste, I guess, might be the best way to describe it. And it really works. But he's got a ton of people.
He's known for his amazing collaborations over the years and on this album. Everybody from Russell and Ron Mael of Sparks.
And there is Johnny Marr. Of course, the solo, from the Smiths, but of course, he's done an incredible amount of solo work. Marquis Smith from The Fall.
Earlier albums, Tina Weymouth and Chris Frantz of Talking Heads. Jazz guitarist George Benson.
You mean earlier collaborations?
Yeah, earlier collaborations. Stevie Nicks, Beck, Tame Impala, even Elton John.
Lou Reed, he worked with Lou Reed, not on this album, but he worked with Lou Reed over the years as well.
And one of the collaborators on this is Anoushka Shankar on sitar. This album obviously has a very much an Indian flavor to it, which is another thing that would have made me hesitate at listening to it at first. I'm not a big fan of sitar music.
No, she's Ravi Shankar's daughter.
Yeah, and she first came to fame, I think, at least in North America, during the concert for George.
Yes, that's right.
She plays with
George Harrison.
Yeah, she played with her father during that amazing live concert. And she's on this, and again, it's just really flavorful. She's playing it almost like a lead guitar, with these sitar lines throughout this music. And the opener, the title track, The Mountain, is just this beautiful instrumental that kind of paves the way for the rest of this album. This is my favorite album I've heard so far this year. I'm playing it constantly. I think it is just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing about the album is that it deals with grief, it deals with loss, that kind of thing. And Albarn, in a recent interview with with Rolling Stone. I just have a couple of quotes. He included some outtakes of people that have passed away on the album. Dennis Hopper, for one. Tony Allen is included on the album as well. Tony Allen was the drummer for Good, the Bad, and the Queen, and he with that other collaboration with Flea. And I'm trying to think of some other people here. Marquis Smith, of course, that we had mentioned. He passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So Albarn said in the interview, I just thought if we're going to talk about the subject of death, I need some people who are dead to help me talk about it. Because just before they put this album together, his father had passed away. And then a few days after his father died, Jamie Hewlett's father died. So death was something that was, very much something that they were dealing with. But I just find that it's joyful, I guess, might be a good way to put it.
I think I read somebody describe it as a party album for the realm between life and death. That.
Yeah.
And in a weird fact, Albarn and Hewlett were born 10 days apart, and each of their fathers died 10 days apart.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
And Hewlett and Albarn made some trips to India to deal with the grief of the loss of their fathers, but also to explore kind of the Hindu philosophy on life and death, and the belief that this realm is not the end of your life. They believe in resurrection and things like that, and rebirth and all of that.
So Indian music, and Albarn said in the same interview, it was very much a part of his growing up. And he said he grew up next to an Indian family in London. And as he pointed out, Indian culture is very much a part of being English. And he said he was definitely listening to Ravi Shankar more than the Beatles when he was a kid. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So obviously the influence is extremely prominent throughout this album. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been going back and exploring a lot of their music, and I'm just loving it for the most part. The one album I wasn't that crazy about was Plastic Beach, although there are parts of that I just love. But it was a little more rap-centric than I'm comfortable with,
Yeah.
But their albums are just incredible, and I don't know why it took me so long. Well, I do know why it took me so long to get into them. It was because of my concern about rap music and just not understanding the genre or really caring to understand it.
Yeah, and I mean, you really haven't spent a lot of time trying to understand it either,
no,
right?
Exactly.
Because you need an impetus sometimes.
Yeah, this has been the impetus.
Yeah, I want to just briefly mention The Good, the Bad, and the Queen, another one of Albarn's projects. This album, which was 2007, I believe, and then the second album, Maryland, which was 2018.
I haven't heard that one.
They're both really, really good albums. Tony Allen, the drummer, is on both of them, along with Simon Tong, who used to be with The Verve, and who played, I guess, with Blur for a while. He replaced Graham Coxon one time on tour or something. And Paul Simonon, from The Clash. We're not quite sure of the pronunciation. I love both of those albums. I think they're great. The first one kind of deals with London. It talks about London. The second album, Maryland, is talking about England itself, and came out around the time of Brexit. So kind of deals with that part of English society as well, and English society in general. But I just really like the albums.
Well, he is definitely one of the most interesting people in popular music today.
Yeah.
Maybe right at the top, as far as I'm concerned. He just has an amazing ability to wend really addictive melodies throughout all of this really interesting and diverse music, that you always go back to that melody in the song.
Well, all you have to do is listen to Blur.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I'm not a big Blur fan either. I mean, I like some of this stuff, but Blur never really became big on this side of the pond, not like the UK. I mean, they're huge in the UK. But I mean, I enjoy the music, and just as I enjoy Gorillaz. But I think my favorite work would be this one or Maryland. Even his solo work. I've listened to his solo work. It's okay, but I think he shines better when he's dealing with doing a collaborative effort.
He must
It
be.
seems to bring out the best in him.
He's a master collaborator. You know, he
Yeah.
really is. He brings out the best in people, and they bring out the best in him. Anyway, this is just a fabulous album, The Mountain. Oh, like I say, I'm going to put a link to the video
Yeah, that is
And-
really a very good watch. I've watched it a few times now.
and check out Hewlett's animation, which
Yeah.
is just amazing.
So that, folks, is our appreciation of The Mountain by Gorillaz and our appreciation of Damon Albarn, the creative genius behind Gorillaz. So thanks for watching this Sonic Obsession.